Alright, everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of our Call of France modded campaign for the Empire. I'm very excited to continue this. So, we've finished off the Empire Secessionist, and Reichland is under our control. So now we kind of have to decide what we want to do. We do have... what's his face? The Beastman. Kazrak, up in the north somewhere. He's not taken the settlement yet, which is interesting, because normally he does, which, for this mod collection campaign, I'm not quite sure how strong the Empire factions are going to be. Normally they get taken out pretty easily by Beastmen, Festus, Vampires, and then like Skaven up the north. But we'll see whether that changes significantly. Looking at kind of what we want to do, so we didn't quite end the turn at the end of last episode, but we did take this, so let's decide what we want to do here. We have a public order building starting to be finished in a couple of turns. I think we just switch over to growth for now, because we can't quite recruit any range units that we want yet. We'll be able to recruit some crossbows and stuff in 2 turns. So I think we actually want to get rid of our archers because they're not very good. But we need to look at our missions. So we have the opportunity to recruit our legendary hero by sending a character to Nuln, which we will do next turn. But for our unique Grandmaster Lords, we have a quest for each of them. So let's look at them real fast before we decide what we want to do. Okay, 3 battles against the Beastmen. 2 warrior priests, capture Lucini. Oh, that's interesting. That's clear down there. So he is the Grandmaster of the Blackguard, I believe, of Moor. Lord of Ravens, could be at war with Sylvania. Cool. Win 3 battles against Norska. Move any character to Talabheim. Maintain 2 Knights of the Everlasting Light. Construct 3 Temples of Sigmar. Okay. Pretty good info. So I think in the meantime, we start moving up this way to go after Kazrak, who'll probably take one of these pretty soon, but let's start going. I don't want to cross into this territory yet. Actually, we have diplomatic immunity from trespassing in Empire regions, that's right. So, I don't know if this guy does, though. Is it just for Car? No, it's for the entire faction. Okay. So, yeah, let's come around... No, I want to stay in the settlement first to maintain the public order. But this guy can start making his way over. For the rest of our settlements, Ubersreich... I think we want to spend a little bit of growth in Castle Reichsguard, if I remember right. So we can start to get some Reichsguard. Do the Knight's Griffin. I think we want to get some other heroes if we can. So we can get a Witch Hunter for the Firearms Academy. Kind of hard to decide what we want to do right now. I think we save our growth, actually get tier 3, then we'll worry about the other stuff.
Jade magic is yours to command. I go.
You're going to deal with that. And yes. Karl France, leveling you up. Let's keep going for Emperor's Finest, because we are going to get Imperial Foot after a while, which we can recruit our next one in 11 turns. Leveling up our Bright Wizard. Let's get Kindle Flame. And let's just look through diplomacy real fast. Karazakrak, is this going up or down? Okay, it's not really changing, but they're not really at war with anyone right now, so we can't join war to get a trade agreement. All right. So I guess we're just going to have to figure out where Kazrak is and eventually go deal with him. I'm very, very excited to use all the knightly orders. All the new units, like Celestial Hurricane. It's a tier 5 unit, so it'll be a little while before we can actually recruit one, but I'm very excited to try it out. I think lightning abilities are awesome, so having a chariot that shoots lightning is pretty cool. And Marienburg. Oh, I guess we could go after Marienburg. Because I don't think they technically count as a collector count, if I remember right. Yeah.
Sigma's will.
So we could try to take
The
Marienburg.
Empire.
My hand hovers close to my blade.
Yeah, I guess how's Kazark doing? So Kazark's still doing alright. He still hasn't taken the settlement and raised a herdstone. But I'm gonna guess that Boris's army got defeated because this guy's gone now. Let's get our legendary hero real fast.
The nation calls.
Ah, sweet, Jubal Falk. Awesome.
General.
So let's get him into the army, and then we'll take a look at him real fast. So he increases mobility, boosts income for his passive stuff. Then he has the typical engineer buffs. So he's already a sniper character. He has a Hawkland long rifle, so almost 200 range. You can get it up quite a bit to just over 200. And then he can get Mercurial Shot, which is a long range sniper shot, Black Powder Discipline. Ooh, gives more accuracy and damage to nearby units if they are a missile unit. Okay, campaign line of sight, post battle loot and sacking settlements for whatever army he's in. Reload time reduction for handgunners, sweet. Alright, telescopic sight, he gets snipe, which is awesome, because he can also get a balloon mount and a unique steam tank, which it doesn't have a normal cannon, but it's pretty cool. So it's just like a big, it's almost like an armored war wagon. Yeah, I'm really excited to check him out. But we're still waiting on one turn
The Empire.
to be able to recruit some better range units. So in the meantime, we're just going to move out in channeling stance, because I don't think there's any chaos corruption here at the moment. So this will help us build that up a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this Wizard Lord just because we don't have a lot of money to start off with. So yeah, we are saving our growth, but let's spend money here at Ubersreich to go for more money or more. No, we'll do this one. This will allow us to get a Witch Hunter eventually.
Bring me to my men.
And
Praise Sigma.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. For our Imperial Decrees, this is really good. Open the gates to give a population surplus point to a settlement. It lets you get like your Altdorf Reichland settlement up really, really fast if you actually go for, where is it over here? If you can do this one that upgrades the Empire's decrees, that actually gives you 2 population surplus. But maybe we'll save that and go for that if we don't have too many of the elector counts asking for help. So, pretty good spot for this turn. I want some more enemies to pop up so we can start to get some experience and money, because we need to be able to afford our Knightly Order chapter houses. We still don't have vision of Kazark anywhere, so maybe we start moving up towards the Black Pit Works instead. I think they're called the Leaf Cutters, if I remember right. The gods are angry, okay? We don't have the money to spend for control, so we're going to take the extra growth. Oh, okay. Stirland demands the region. Historically, the region of Needling has been ruled over by Stirland, but is currently under control of the Elector Count of another state. So, we could give Needling back to Stirland, but it would piss off Averland a little bit. We can allow them to expand. We want Stirland, I think. Stirland has some pretty good territory and it has some nice landmarks, so we'll try to confederate Stirland first. Yeah, Wertbad is a pretty good settlement. It has wine. We have some other landmarks. So, yeah, in the meantime, we'll have you start to recruit. Do we want another mortar? I guess we should look at heroes. What can we recruit right away? An Empire Captain. So that's something I think it might have gotten messed up with the combination of the mods. Is that the Special Engineer guys, they will actually appear over here in the Empire Captain. So Grenade Launcher, Repeater Rifle, or Hawkland Long Rifle. I think we already have Jabal Fault for the long rifle, so let's go for a Repeater Rifle. Leadership for... Ooh, that's actually pretty good too. Architect, yeah, we'll take that.
Yes.
Okay, so he occupies the slot of the normal engineer. Okay, yeah, that might be a conflict with the mods that I didn't foresee, but we'll handle it eventually.
Summon the Elector Counts. Certainty and purpose.
And we can't afford anything else yet. Oh man, we're just
Yes, my lord.
not making enough money right now. Okay, we need 3,200 to level up Altdorf. And that's so much money though, and that's probably going to bring us down to bankruptcy. We'll get 2.
By the comet.
Call Franz will still move out. Let's move out in...
To unite the provinces.
No, let's keep moving out in channeling sense. If we get ambushed, I think we can win against Kazrak. If not, we'll go after the Black Pit.
I see no other option. The nation calls.
My hand.
Because I still have no idea where Kazrak is. I think we deal with this Greenskin faction, then we go after Kazrak if we spot him. If not, we'll go after Festus.
Ready, the Empire. It is time.
We're just not making very much money right now. This Greenskin faction can usually be pretty big pain in the butt, though, if they're not being attacked by Marienburg. Marienburg can also be some fertile territory for us to take over and make us some money, because Marienburg makes a lot of money at its port. We just need to get some more trade agreements and stuff. Actually, they'll pay us 1,800 for a non-aggression pact. I am willing to take that, because we need money at the moment.
What do you require?
Carrick Norn got destroyed. Okay. Ooh, we got a warrior priest too. Cool.
Sir,
Yeah, you guys will start coming up here.
still a few kinks to work out.
I will marshal the band.
The way is uncertain. I am Prince and Emperor. I think not.
Yeah, we need to make some more money still.
As is my right by Sigmar's
So,
crown.
where is the territory of the Black Pit? Are we in that? It's hard to tell exactly where it actually starts. I think, no, it's all going to be up there. So we can't reach it this turn anyway. So we'll keep going in channeling stance. Because we're still healing a bit anyway.
Architect of victory.
And this lord, I'm going to march him up here.
Sound plan.
Hopefully Kazrak isn't nearby. And we'll take out the Greenskins next. And yeah, I really would like to get an Empire Captain too, because this is a really good trait. And we can get a Demigriff mount for him now. Yeah, let's try to make a little bit more money with these guys. Although they're at war with the Wood Elves. How much would they pay us for a non-aggression pact? 243?
Looking for
Yeah,
aid
that's not worth
or to
that. As a crack, you're still not at war with anyone, so not anyone I can join for a trade agreement. Yeah, I think if we don't encounter Kazrak, we'll take out the Blackworks, or not the Blackworks, the Greenskins. Maybe looking at going to war with Marienburg. I should check out Sylvania too, see how much they're expanding. Because we start with a non-aggression pact with them, I think for 10 turns, but they usually end it right away. Oh, okay, there's Kazrak. Took out Middenheim.
Who calls?
Oh, we got our Witch Hunter. We're just getting free heroes left and right, apparently. Got a free Battle Wizard, free Witch Hunter, free Warrior Priest. We just can't afford to pay him at the moment. Okay, the Greenskin army came out. That's actually not terrible for us, because if we take his base, then we can conquer this later and give it back.
Now.
So let's see how much Midland will pay us
And then get from my presence.
to join war. Oh, they'll take a trade agreement. Okay, that's worth it. A little bit of money right now, and then over time through the trade.
Bring me to my men.
The Call of France will lead the attack. I should take him, because this is a siege battle though, I should take him off his mount. Because then he can fight on the walls and stuff like that.
Yes.
Right, and you are going to transfer over some of the crossbows. And I think we'll take the swordsman. And they'll make room for the heroes.
Who calls? Get training.
Genius of the Empire. My calculations will ease our journey.
You're probably not going to be able to
It
make
will
it.
be
Yeah,
done.
not quite. But you'll be here for next turn.
Yes, for now. The nation calls.
Let's do this. Have the battle against Black Pit. Our first siege battle for the Empire. We are going to deploy a little bit more traditionally. We're not going to try to trick the AI quite as much, because I thought this would be a little bit more fun. So we have all of our floors deploying on this side. We did try to avoid bringing the line of sight of the towers right away, so we did deploy on the side a little bit, but our Rex Guard are going to go over, try to get through the gate on that. Sorry, it's trying to find a reinforcement point for our Lord. It's very hard to find. It's over here somewhere. But he's going to bring in some swordsmen. This is our Grandmaster leading that contingent, but Karl Franz is leading the spearmen with shields, and some of our swordsmen and Imperial foot along with halberdiers. But these towers, man, they're killing guys with every shot, basically. That hurts. Yeah, doing damage. But our mortars trying to scare off some of these archers, so hopefully they don't take too much damage. But mortars are just not very accurate, I've figured out. Like, it just seems like even with their experience, their accuracy is pretty poor. But we're gonna have a hard time getting any shots off with our handgunners here, so we're just gonna try to position them in the spot where they can maybe get some shots off and things up here. Same with our crossbows, move them up a little bit closer so they can shoot over the wall, hopefully. But we're sending in spearmen to get on the walls because it'll take a while for us to get through this gate. So we're gonna try to the old-fashioned way, climb the walls, get down, and capture the gate control point, and then Karl Franz will lead the halberdiers and Imperial foot through the center. But yeah, mortars coming down, hitting some of the orc boys. The Sunlight Garrison's actually not too tough for the Greenskins. I shouldn't say that, because they do have some experience. They're going to be a little bit, or they don't have a lot of experience, but they can be pretty nasty Greenskins, because their major flaw normally is their poor leadership. But On siege defenses, they get a whole extra 10. But they do have a Salvador Great Shaman who came in to reinforce. He's going to take a while to get here. But Karl France is also going to join the walls, since that seems like where our major conflict is at the moment. So we're going to send some of our heroes up there. We have 3 sniper characters, Jubal Falk and 2 Empire engineers. So they're going to go up there and try to help out as well. But yeah, these spearmen, they're just taking major damage, even from these goblin archers. Holy crap. Their shields are not availing them a whole lot. Oh, I guess that's the major reason why, is that they are not pointing their shields in the right direction. So we're going to get them off the wall and try to capture this point a little bit and have their shields face the right direction, so they hopefully don't take quite as much focus fire. But our mortar trying to pick off these orc boys, but once again, can't hit the broadside of a barn. But our guys are fighting a little bit due to the gate bug against these orc boys. But the greenskins do have a fair amount of range firepower. They only have, I think, one thing of... No things of big orc bigness, actually. Sorry. But mortar's actually getting some fire now that we switched targets on some orc air boys, because these guys do a lot more damage than the goblin archers, actually. They do more base missile damage and slightly more armor piercing, so they're the more important target. Yeah, just look at these spearmen. Not even getting into melee, but they're just getting picked off by mass range fire from these goblins. So we decided to try to chase them a little bit, hopefully shut them down from shooting, so so maybe some of these guys will live. But Karl Franz and our Bright Wizard leading the attack over here, breaking down these orc boys. And we're going to try to put our handgunners up on the wall so they can start to shoot down a little bit. Our engineer guys are up here, trying to get some shots off, although these orc boys have gotten them into melee a little bit. But our reinforcements are coming over. Swords are going to take forever, but our Grand Master, Marius Uderik, coming in. He is undeclared allegiance so far, so no special bonuses or mounts. But these spearmen, our other ones got annihilated. These guys are doing alright. Karl France does come down to help. He will actually provide a lot more capture weight as well because he's a character. So that will let us get control of this gate very, very quickly. And once that is done, we can pull in the majority of our reinforcements. Because fighting on the walls is not great because climbing the walls tires you out quite a bit. So it's not ideal. But it was kind of necessary to get control of the gate so we didn't have to sit there and take ranged fire forever from trying to break it down manually. But we have control of some of these towers now from guys up there, so the towers are just hating to shoot the Savage Great Shaman. Crossbows getting a little bit of fire in these orc boys now, but Menace Below, or sorry, not Menace Below, Burning Head bouncing off the walls to get it twice. We are trying to get our engineers to target down these trolls, because they do have pretty high single target damage, so they can kill these guys quickly if they focus them down. But the walls are pretty much ours, although these goblin spears are kind of being annoying. They have 35 melee defense, not bad. But Grand Master is just going to go for the throat. He doesn't have magic attacks, so unfortunately he's not going to get through all the physical resist of the Savage Great Shaman, but he does have pretty good stats, so big charge there too. Over on the other side, our Reiksguard about to the point where they're going to break through the gate, so the Greenskins decide to pull back their tune of Orc Boys to reinforce over here now that the majority of our units are through. Trolls going to come after us. Too bad for them. We have lots of anti-large. Our Imperial foot are there, but we have halberds in the front, so they're getting the majority of the fighting against these trolls, which is awesome. But our handgunners decide to come off the walls so we can hopefully get a line of sight to be able to shoot these trolls. There's some of our shots from our engineer guys. They're going to do big damage against them. Burning Head also going to help against the trolls. Doesn't do a lot of damage to them, but it does reduce their leadership a little bit from fire damage, which is the trolls' biggest weak point. These spearmen that got annihilated by all that range fire before, we decided to pull them back just so they don't take any more damage, try to minimize our casualties the best we can. But the Greenskin Archers have once again focused fire, this time hitting the Imperial foot. But these guys have a lot more armor, so they're not going to take nearly as much damage, even from the Orc Arrow boys. But yeah, those trolls just got annihilated by the combination of the halberdiers and the ranged fire from our handgunners and engineer characters on the wall. So, Reiksguard have got through the gates. They're going to start moving in to take that control point in just a second. Grandmaster in his duel actually doing really well against the Savage Great Shaman, despite this guy having Frenzy, so giving him a huge attack boost. Well, I guess he doesn't have Frenzy active right now because his leadership has dropped too much. So that's a part of the reason why he is not faring well against the Grandmaster anymore. But he's put up a pretty decent fight, got a few good hits off. But our Grandmaster, really, really cool. I like these guys. They have some great skills. Despite taking huge hits, this guy even said he didn't want to quit. But there he goes, got 1 HP left. He will go down to the next hit, and he dies. That is going to drop the leadership of a bunch of these greenskin units even more. Not quite too much, since they weren't part of the main army, but we have moved up the majority of our forces to start going after some of these control points and chase down these fling units. Mortar actually proved to be a little bit more effective, but we're going to pull it inside the settlement now, so hopefully we can get some shots off over here, because there are still a few units that are full health. Goblin archers, 2 things of orc boys, another thing of goblins, so still some units to give us a problem. Reiksguard taking the gate now to try to get us some more momentum. But we are moving up the majority of our infantry, trying to catch up. Spearmen catching the orc boys in the backs, the pokies. And then our Imperial Foot leading the charge up here, trying to get to these goblins over there, but the goblins have laid a trap for us. So this is going to reduce our melee attack and speed. So not great, but if we don't fight on top of it, then that won't matter. But with the Savage Orc Great Shaman down, our Grandmaster is going to come in to help reinforce. Over on here, Spearmen just chasing down a few units, trying to kill them. We're going to move our handgunners up to try to get some supporting fire, the crossbows on some of these goblins and goblin archers. Reiksguard, now that they've captured the gate, going to move in on this control point. Unfortunately, we can't quite get up here yet just because there's so many barricades that have been put up. So the Reiksguard haven't been able to do a whole lot of damage, but ooh, big burning head down here. We'll roast those goblins alive, hopefully bounce off this wall. Yes! And hit these goblin archers, break them for good. Nice. That was planned. But, yeah, Imperial Foot. These guys will wreck goblins. And they have... Oh, that's something I forgot to mention, too, is that Reiksguard and the Imperial Foot, which is their infantry division, they get immune psychology when they're above 50% HP. So, pretty good. Our handgunners getting a few last shots off on these guys, but these Orc Arrow boys have peppered us a little bit, but we decide to not focus them down too much to try to get this control location because we are going to get a little supporting fire still. But if we can just scare them off, then they will not be a problem anymore. And it seems like the rest of the garrison gives up at the same moment. So, 1 down, a few more to go for the Greenskins. Well, didn't go that bad, but our spearmen that actually got in the wall and down on, they just got shot to death. Despite their shields, that's pretty impressive. But, oh, that's interesting. We can actually return the Black Pit to Mindenheim. I think I'm going to keep this for myself right now, actually, because we need more sources of income. We can get rid of this for now.
To the provinces.
Oh, yeah, man, these spearmen got decimated. Because they've still got another force out here. We'll probably take some of these settlements. We can give those back. But Altdorf, we have enough gold now, but our upkeep is too high.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Oh, the Caribou Greatswords. We have access to them now. Like I said, they are a normal regiment of renown and are not part of the Elector Count State troops anymore.
Now, who calls?
But for Call of Franz, maybe we go down here and just try to get stuff for upkeep reductions, because we are just having lots of trouble with money. But I guess we need to save skill points for his unique line now, but we'll get to it. Our Bright Wizard, I'm going to go for Scouting. Jubal Falk is probably going to stay in this army, so he'll go for... Actually, no, what does he have that's not... Stand back, sir? This is different for him. This gives miss resist. Let's take that one. I don't remember if the other guys have that. Oh, they do. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do increased mobility with you, and with you, we'll do boost income.
In the name of Magnus, raise Sigma.
And for our Grandmaster, he will eventually lead his own army, but I kind of want to make him just like super tough too, because he might be defending against tough armies. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun for him too, because they're supposed to be like these super tough fighters. So we'll roleplay that a little bit. I'm actually just going to merge some of these spearmen, just because they got so damaged.
Yes, my lord. Sigma
Bring this
compels us.
swordsman back over, and that should give room for our warrior priest
There is
next turn.
power within prayer.
It is for the best.
Who calls?
Pretty happy with that. So hopefully we can get some more money pretty soon. Yeah, because if we can focus down and kill off these greenskins and then go after Kazrak, that'll be great. Because he's always a pain if you get ambushed. If you get ambushed by him, it is a nightmare. Where did that greenskin army go? It looks like it probably took this. Wherever this settlement is, I'll have to look. Oh no, because they hadn't moved yet, so I don't know where they went.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord.
That's for
A great
Beast
adventure
Slayer.
beckons. Be wary, though, for while the
That's
potential
not too bad of a quest battle. Okay, he actually came down and took this. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think I want to save prestige, actually do this as soon as I can, rather than spending it on other stuff.
The Empire.
But, okay, here's the question. I think Altdorf can defend itself.
The nation.
I think what we do is we try to take Wrecker's... actually, let's see if they're at war with anyone else. No, it's only been one. Yeah, so let's take Wrecker's Point, and then we'll come back down so that we don't have to double back
I will march
if
you
another
ahead.
greenskin army comes down that way.
Summon the Elector Counts.
I don't
I
think
see no other option.
there's going to be an army up here, so I'm actually going to march that way.
Raise Sigma. To strengthen the Empire. Let
We're
us
still in
move
friendly
to
territory,
bring
so
to
we'll
my men.
get...
What does the Emperor bid?
Am I just barely out of...
Sigma
Okay.
compels us on.
Oh no, we're just not replenishing because of local effects. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know.
Righteous fury upon them.
So, yes, blessed is this action.
Okay, we know where that guy is. If he comes for Altdorf, we can probably just recruit a lord and defend it. Especially if we get a magic lord.
By the silver
Wizard lord. If he wants to take back the Black Pit, that's okay. Probably should have sacked it, actually.
To unite the provinces.
Okay, for this, yeah, reload time reductions for missile units. So he has some really nice bonuses to artillery and missiles, so we want to get those right away.
I command you.
Technology, what do we want to go for? Since we can't get these yet. Just money stuff? Because the extra melee defense is pretty nice. And this will benefit a lot of our knights if we get them dismounted. I don't know, this is a hard choice. Construction time for all settlements. This one affects construction costs for resource production buildings. And spellcasters, empire captains, cavalry, which I really want to use, just not right now. I don't have. Yeah, we'll just go for the melee defense and melee attack. Still can't afford this. But hopefully we can sack this and occupy it next turn.
What?
Well, it's actually, I'm just going to have this guy lead the... Because I want to be able to take this and start heading back as soon as I can.
Yes.
We're not replenishing anyway, so let's just move into enemy territory. Could keep this witch hunter down here as well to kind of scout out, to make sure that this greenskin army doesn't try to go after Altdorf. Because the combination of these two guys teaming up on Boris is probably going to wipe them out pretty soon. Because he still has Karaberg down here, but... Yeah. Okay, I was hoping this campaign would be difficult. And it looks like it will be. I was afraid that the mods would make the campaign too easy, but it looks like it hasn't changed too much of the early balance of power for the Empire. Okay, he's coming back after the Black Pit, that's fine.
The Empire.
Can we make it here
I am France.
without marching? Yeah.
Is it time?
We'll have Call of Friends lead the attack so that he can sack it. He'll get more money that way. And then we'll have the other guy occupy it.
Then we must attack. To the provinces.
Warrior Priests. Awesome, we still have an empty slot for you. Start leveling you up a little bit.
I trust no man.
And the Witch Hunter, yeah, we're going to keep you down here actually for now, just so you can
Time.
keep an eye on stuff in case it comes for Altdorf. Because Bittenheim still has these two settlements left. Festus, it looks like, is going to be a problem, but... yeah. Okay. The auto-resolve it says we take low casualties. I think we'll be okay, though. I don't know. The Empire really... Yeah, we'll fight it. If the Empire, instead of attacking a fortress city, is just a minor settlement battle for the Greenskins. But because there are a lot more choke points on this, we're actually going to do some interesting tactics. So we're going to leave our characters up in the front, but we're going to move up our range firepower, our handgunners up into this little bridge so they can just have an open range on these guys. Meanwhile, the mortars are shooting the Orc Boys, getting them to shift their position back and forth a little bit, but we're going to pull up our crossbows right behind them. And our Reichsguard have deployed over on this side. They're going to try to get through this other alleyway and go after some of these control points or meet any foes that come to defend them. We're splitting up the majority of our infantry, 3 going to the right flank with the Reichsguard, 3 more going to the left. Come around to this long point all the way over there. And we have our Imperial foot and some swordsmen waiting in reserve because we were just waiting for our handgunners to do the dirty work right there. That's exactly why we brought them up. Try to hit some of our guys, but luckily it seems like they're focusing down our master engineers though, so they're not hitting too many of our handgunners. And that focus fire from the handgunners and crossbows just decimates those guys. So, pretty good game plan so far. Karl Franz and the Warrior Priest are going to come up here, try to shut down these Goblin Wolf Riders if they come to attack so they can't push into our units in the back. We're going to keep our Bright Wizard back for just a little bit because he has very little armor, so he will take damage quite easily from even the minor greenskin infantry units if we're not careful. But the Reichsguard moving up. But it looks like the Goblin Wolf Raiders are scared of Karl France, so they're going to come back and try to meet our Reichsguard on the field of battle, it looks like. Initially, we were going to send them up to this control point. But it's like, oh, they're going to try to hit me from the back, eh? Mistake. Ooh. That's a nice cavalry clash. Goblin Wolf Riders. These guys don't do very much damage and very little armor piercing. So they're just going to get annihilated on the charge from these Reiksguard. You aren't even in Lance formation right now. So it looks like they are just doing awesome. But over here, Karl Franz and the Bright Wizard tying up some goblins. Big splash attack and Galmaraz there. We left our Imperial Foot and Swordsman over on this side with their Warrior Priest in case these guys decide to bypass their barricade. So, ooh, we had a really nice burning head there. I didn't catch the beginning of it, but we bounced it off both sides of these walls. Pretty much killed off these 2 units of archers almost instantly. That one basically lost like 80% of its health. This one about 70. So, yeah, those Goblin Wolf Riders got annihilated. So we use the Reiksguard to push in a little bit more, get on these goblins, while we bring in some more reinforcements to go help out. Over on the far flank, our units are barely just making it to the ramp, but they'll come around and try to get these guys in the back. We do have the crossbows and mortars shooting on these guys, since they've decided not to bypass the barricade. So we're just getting free shots on them right now. Yeah, those goblins went down very quickly due to those flaming spells coming on top of them. These goblins actually not doing terrible against our Reiksguard. We didn't have the charge bonus anymore, so that's part of the reason why they didn't go down nearly as fast. But they decide to flee now. We send the rest of our infantry up here to try to go after this capture point, but we do notice the goblins coming down to meet us, and we don't want to fight on this incline because we'll get debuffed quite a bit, so we're going to form a line up here, form a line up here and meet them right there. But some of these goblin archers did come back and started shooting my handgunners, who are not able to return fire because the platform is actually blocking them. But Greenskins decide to finally go after their barricade. They choose to go after my Imperial Foot, which is just a big mistake on their part. Gonna have a bad time. But the Reiksguard pushed through, try to get on some of these, chasing down some of these goblins, but there are 2 things of Orc Boys waiting to catch up to them. Even though our Grandmaster has finally caught up after he came on reinforcing the army, but Karl Franz is going to go in. We don't have a lot of melee right here, so we're going to try to position our range to support. But we are moving our crossbows over along with our engineer characters. Our goblins decide to get a little bit of a surround on our spearmen, so we're going to bring in our spearmen once again, get a little flank on them. There's the wall coming down. So that is going to give a big boost to damage and melee attack along with immune psychology. We don't cause fear or terror with any of our characters at the moment, so not going to be affected by that, but that melee attack buff is going to be enough to get through a lot of our defenses. This bumps their melee attack up to 54 for a short period, but it is off. Now, over on this side, these guys have pushed through, killed some of the fleeing units, and they can move up and try to take this control point. Our Anyeners are almost into position where they can start shooting down some of these units which came to reinforce the Orc Boys. But Bright Wizard, not doing too bad. 85 kills so far. Another big burning head right here too. Although it didn't quite bounce the way I wanted to. I thought it was going to bounce this way. So I see it coming. I was like, I'm going to try to avoid roosting our crossbows alive. So I did manage to evade most of it. But some of these archers still up here have managed to find a good spot where they can shoot my handgunners and not take any return fire. But they're shooting these greenskin units as they are coming down, which is fine. I'm fine if they take a little bit of damage in that. But the Orc War Boss being a little bit of a coward, actually. Very atypical for the greenskins. He's normally looking for a good scrap. He's going to sit on his control point like a butt. But we brought the Reiksguard in for a rear charge to finish off these goblins, who have been kind of sandwiched between all of our guys right now. Some Orc Boys do manage to come back with 8 guys left, but they've got pretty much no health. But now their wall comes down, so that is going to give them a little bit of leadership to do some damage to my mortars a little bit, which is not great. But we're pretty close to defeating the rest of the greenskin forces, so just a matter of time. So hopefully they just can't do too much damage in that little window of opportunity they got, but Reichsguard, now that we've shattered both these units, they're going to move up and try to come around, get on top of these archers, but our crossbows have moved into position now, but these greenskins have kind of got messed up formation because they keep attracting our guys on the side because they're trying to get our crossbows so they can start shooting these goblin archers. But we have our engineers shooting in right there along with some handgunners. Call of France leading up here with the warrior priest. Warrior priest not doing that great. He didn't get into a lot of combat, but his stats are not that great as well. He is primarily an offensive character, which is kind of funny because the archlectors are super defensive, but warrior priests are very offensive. It's actually a pretty arduous settlement battle. We didn't take too much damage, but they really liked to hold on to that settlement. And we're going to sack it with Karl Franz, and then our Grandmaster is going to occupy it.
Ulrich's will. The nation calls.
So Karl Franz can make his way back down here.
Yes.
And that's a great spot to end episode 2, guys. We'll pick it on episode 3 right after this. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.